Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sima. I am 36 years old woman living in between Paris, France, and Almaty, which is in Kazakhstan. And I used to work in fashion for more than a decade, and now I work in wellness. I also own a healthy cafe here in Almaty called Shushu, and that's also a big part of my wellness journey. And somehow this channel is more about wellness and my wellness journey than about fashion or style, but I'm trying to do both. I got very lucky to live in such diverse cultures, like here in Kazakhstan, in Almaty. Women are so beautiful, well maintained. This is such a hard word. uh, Very good looking, and the standards are very high. And at the same time, I live in Paris, where women are more about natural beauty and like aging gracefully and all those kind of stuff. And I'm trying to learn from both, and I'm sort of like a product of two different approaches to beauty and wellness. And I want to share with you few things that help me to feel younger and maybe somehow look younger as well. Of course, we all think that we look younger than we are. And let's get into it. And somehow these conversations of me like a talking head turn out as a pajama talk. And this is probably the only time when I can record in the early morning, like today or my previous video, which is right here. And yeah, I went through so much throughout this last 10 days. My family, we switched apartments here in Almaty, kind of upgraded, and I love it. And it's so different, and we packed and unpacked. And this made me think that when you are on the go, like we did, like I was last week, you don't know where all your beauty tools, and you're trying to stick to your fitness regime, and you're trying to do your best to look good. But I remember that I packed so little things with me for like to get through this packing and packing days. And I just figured, okay, this is actually how I live, and this is what I live by. And here it goes, few things that helps me to look or feel younger than 36. Let's go. So let me start this pajama talk, and probably I should call it a pajama series. I woke up 30 minutes ago, washed my face, did this 2 steps routine, which is cleaning and moisturizing. And I am in my era when I don't style my hair. My style is just this, like, wash your hair before bed, and this is how it turns out, and I kind of like it. This is actually a French approach to never style hair when I'm too well, my hair is like super done. That means this is Kazakh woman in me talking. Anyhow, so number one is to look younger is, pajama. Prioritizing sleep. This is the most crucial part of my being. And you know what? I recently got this Whoop monitor that I wear 24/7, and it tracks your sleep, recovery, stress, steps, respiratory rate, so many things. And sleep is number one way to your recovery. When I sleep bad, I know the next day will be horrible and such, but I'm very boring person. I go to bed around 10, and I wake up something like 6:30, depending on the day. But during the weekdays, I wake up at 6. And you know what? I just read really like 30 minutes ago about that when we sabotaging our sleep, that kind of triggers diseases that we have inside of our bodies. And I think it's kind of true at the same time, because when you don't sleep enough, you cannot, you can postpone sleep. Either you sleep today, you cannot make up for like next days. It's just a debt that keep on coming. And I think there is nothing, no products, no fillers, nothing will make up better than a really good sleep. And you know what, if I would pick just one thing, that would be sleeping. And you know what, you really, this is very important, going to bed before 11, and also go off the like screens and all those kind of stuff 1 hour prior to your sleep. 100% important. Yes, I might go puffy sometimes in the morning because I probably were drinking too much water or something like that, but that will fade away in 30 minutes or so, max hour, 1 hour, but that's pretty much it. And we are moving on to the number two. So number two is tracking your sleep. I know it's boring and sounds boring, but let me show you something. So the application called Whoop, and maybe you guys heard of it already. Let me see my sleep performance. I'm not sure if you can see that. So my sleep performance, I will put a screen here. I will just make a little screenshot for you. So my sleep performance is 96%, and also almost I hit 100 almost every other day. And on average, 14-day average, I sleep 93%, which is it still says that I needed more sleep, giving my body a solid change to recovery. So see, the sleep is like the number one priority to your. I love numbers, and I love I love everything that can be measured, and I weigh myself every single day. Don't recommend that to people who are getting crazy about it, but to me it's more like discovering myself, getting to know myself. Still feel sick though. Remember my last video? I was so sick and even had a temperature. Anyhow, what I'm trying to say is that this is so interesting. This is crazily satisfying in a way, and I feel myself like I'm Tamagotchi to myself. Recovery is another thing, but sleep, recovery, this is like has to do a lot to each other. And if you think this is too much, maybe there's another app who can track your sleep. I don't know, but to me it was so much interest. I love everything that can be measured. And also recently I started to having like maybe sometimes it's 3 magnesium before bed, and it's like 450 milligrams. No recommendations, please, because I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a curious person, and I'm trying to get to know myself better. But what was it to me? It was a game changer, because again, this last week was so challenging to me, to my family, and I wasn't really sleeping well enough, and I was up late. So 2-3 pills of magnesium before bed, and I am just dead sleep. Seriously, for like 8 hours straight, I'm sleeping well. And last time I remember my husband came late from work. Usually I can hear everything that is happening around me, my cat, keys, or TV. That day when I started doing that, I heard nothing, and I was like, wow, this is a game changer. And that was advice from my sister, who's a nutritionist. But please consult with your doctor before doing something like that, even though it's a supplement. Still consult to your doctor. And we go to number three. So number three is boring, 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 but this is drinking water. And I know, drink more water. And I know a lot of people don't drink enough, and they don't even track it. I track when I'm drinking water, and I always have this bottle by my bed. I drink this first thing in the morning. There's like 400 milliliters, and that's just for me to make sure that I drink enough from the beginning of the day, and then I will be drinking warm water throughout the day. Sometimes it's less than 2 liters, sometimes it's more, but especially when I'm during the workouts, I'm trying to drink as much as I can. And sometimes I even substitute other drinks with water. For example, I don't drink tea much, and I love coffee. I always have my Americano in the morning, but throughout other meals, I just have warm or even hot water instead of a warm drink, and that's pretty much it. I feel better, and it's also, by the way, can be it has sort of like a negative impact on your sleep as well, and also on the recovery. I know that from the application that I use, and I've been using Whoop for a month now. And what else? We are going to number four. So number four, again, boring, but probably to a woman who is same age as me, this is something new. I kind of hope so. So prioritizing protein, yes, of course, and prioritizing collagen. So both these two things are being crucial part of my diet, and I'm trying to add collagen in everything I do. And for example, at my cafe, I am responsible for creating new products, and lately I've been adding collagen into as many dishes as I can. I'm talking desserts, breakfast, smoothies, because my osteopath told me that, "Hi, my God, Sima, you have such a thing, connected tissues, and this is really bad for you, especially for your aging." And she told me that I have to prioritize collagen and protein as much as I can, and like make it not just a habit and just getting nuts about it. So which I am doing right now. And I have even started to consume, like, take collagen in the gel. I got it from Korea. Like, it's just a stick of a gel. There is 5,000 milligrams in each, and I even put it in my cafe because I thought, well, probably there is a lot of women who are struggling with the same stuff, and maybe there is someone else who might need the same. And I always do that. I always try to share something that I'm going through. That's food and fashion. So here goes. If you are watching this and you are in Almaty, we got collagen for you, and also there's vegan for those who are vegan. Yeah. And protein, well, I'm just tracking protein every single day and trying to do my best. This is really hard, and even harder than tracking calories, I think. Anyhow, hello, almost 40. So we are moving to number 5, which is strength training, and 10K steps. 10K steps is the most boring thing ever. And I even heard people like, where do you do your taken steps? Where? At home, people. Sometimes at home, sometimes at the gym. At the gym I will probably make the majority of it, like 7K steps, and the rest I can do at home. I have this walking pad. It's super easy. It's not so expensive. I think you can buy it on resale platforms for much cheaper, and that's pretty much it. Or get a dog, like walk around. And strength trainer, something that I started 6 months ago. I'm training with a with the coach, with the trainer, and she helps me to build muscles. But again, because I have thin tissues, as my osteopath confirmed me, for me it's really really challenging to build muscle. So even if I consume protein a lot and then trying and I'm going to the gym religiously, to me this is a challenge. There is some girls who like can go 1 2 months to the gym and you can see her bum is already cute and round. Not the same for me, really. So but I'm still on it, and this is an anti-aging trick. And I know from a lot of researches that strength trainer, and especially like when you build you're trying to build your muscle and you work on your muscle, this will postpone your age. And according to, again, to another measurement machine, it says that my age is 26. So I'm kind of 10 years younger, which I love to believe it. Anyhow, so number 6 would be eating so I can keep my blood sugar stable. My mom and my dad both were battling diabetes, and also the reason how we lost them. And so to me, blood sugar levels is something very personal. So I'm trying to do my best. And you know that blood sugar spikes age you. Do you know that? No, maybe you don't, but you know that now. And I'm trying to avoid processed food. I'm actually not eating processed food. I'm not even eating any other type of flour. A lot of things that I'm saying no to, really. My life is something. Anyhow, but simple trick that my grandma taught me, and now it's becoming super super popular, is apple cider vinegar before each meal. That will make your blood sugar level more stable and will help you to kind of decrease the blood sugar as well. So I mean, the method is really old. My grandmother would turn probably 90 this year. So I mean, come on. Old as the world. And she was right. I measured, yes, I know. I measured that I was wearing a blood sugar monitor for 2 weeks, and I've been drinking apple cider vinegar with water, and I've been watching how my blood sugar goes, and it really goes steady when you drink apple cider vinegar. But try to find organic. I don't think it will hurt you somehow, but you have to, like, there is 1 tablespoon and glass of water. One major shift that I did is I'm not eating when there's dark outside. I know it's weird, but I always eat very early, and probably no meals after the sun goes down. Yeah, I'm trying not to eat. I try to eat my dinners early and sleeping on an empty stomach, not just like 3 hours. Sometimes it's 4 or 5, and it just helps me to improve my digestion. And I went through this last year. I struggled a lot with that, but it changed everything. This changed everything, and this habit is just stick with me. And I just can see that even kids and even my husband, all of us are trying to eat something around 4:35. This is our dinner. I know it's weird for people who lives in Europe because everything is open at 7, and when I'm travel and I'm not at home like in Paris, for example, last year we were in Barcelona, this was a challenge to eat something. So sometimes I was eating late, and I could see my sleep was bad, and I felt bad, and I like all the body was puffy. So I'm trying to avoid this, and I'm eating during sun. So the minimalistic skincare as well. I remember myself at the age of like 10, 11, all of my classmates girls were wearing makeup already, and I was growing up in Russia in a very small town called Tomsk. And I don't know somehow it was okay that girls this small were like making up, like wearing makeup. And I went through the stage when I was very little. I destroyed everything my mom had at her like beauty drawer, and she was okay with that. And probably I got over it. And when I was 10, 11, I was not interested. And when I grew up, I was so uninterested that today my beauty bag is very small, and there's like few products, and I might share it with you later. But yeah, I think this is part of the things that made me look or feel younger in a way. So sometimes I just wear a cream and SPF and maybe a bit of like a blush or something, and that's pretty much it. I think I bought myself mascara the first time a couple of years ago. Yeah, you might say this is like a natural something. Yeah, there is a part of it too, but I know what I'm talking about. I'm 36, for God's sake. And all of this I'm trying to say, this is that doesn't require any money, any budget. We are not talking products or fillers or like I don't know, anything. It's just something that is basically free, right? So moving on, and last one would be listening to myself, listening to my body. And if I want something, I will probably do if I'm craving food, or if I am I don't know, getting crazy to do a makeup, or like I'm very tired to do 10K steps and I want to sleep, I will probably do so. But sleep is so important. I mean, if I want to sleep, the world is shutting down to me. But don't go crazy about diet, and don't go crazy about any other wellness trends. Just what I'm trying to do, I'm not forcing myself. Never forcing myself, and I'm trying to do this long-term approach for my health, for my diet, for my regime, routine, wellness, whatever. And this just makes me feel sane, in a way. So, what I'm trying to say is that aging is not isn't about just chasing trends. Wellness has a lot to do with aging, not just wellness. Like aging gracefully is something to do with mindfulness as well. Like the biggest habits, all these habits made such difference to me, and I know this brings difference even to my family. And again, this is a merge of me living here in Kazakhstan, where women are so good looking. This is such a like, we put beauty in a very very high standard, and the women here can do everything. She cooks, she like taking care of the kids, she's like taking care of the house, it's like going to the gym, she um looking gorgeous, and like her hair is like perfect. And there's this French woman who is just more free in a way, and she's more uh listening to herself more, and she's not crazy about the way she looks, but more like kind of embracing the way she was born. And I love this approach. This is more me than the first one. But I kind of love when my hair done well, and I kind of love when I look good. And I guess like Kazakh or like post-Soviet Union or Slavic woman in me and this French approach merged into myself. And this is me being Sima, and just sharing with you something that doesn't require any money. It just requires your patience, require your love to yourself, and also just a bit of a time. That's it. I hope this was inspiring pajama talk. This pajama is one of my favorite brands that I was looking for a long time, and I'm gonna put this in description. And don't forget, I was working in fashion inspire. My job was hunting for brands that are beautiful, amazing, and will sell out, and so on, so on. So when I find something in style, it just makes me so, I don't know, excited. right? And when I create food, that makes me excited. And I'm going to work right now where we just going to launch a new smoothie called Tangri Blue and another dessert, which is cherry jello with collagen. Yeah, thank you.